Mpact was spun off from Mondi and listed in 2011. It manufactures packaging products with a particular focus on corrugated paper. It has a market cap of 3.4 billion rand, a price to earnings ratio of 12.5 and a dividend yield of 2.5%. This is the one you got wrong earlier. Mpact was unbundled from Mondi.
Yes, whereas MRail was the one that SAPI bought. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why they unbundled it, but I guess it was because Mondi Global wanted to focus more on the forestry and the mills and the production, and these guys are more focused on the actual packaging solutions, manufacturing of enclosures, bottles, boxes for biscuits, all that kind of thing. But it has done well since this came out. Initially took a while, as it always does.
Done well, it's shot through the roof.
Yeah.
That looks
Took
like a very good
to work out
share
what
price
its earnings
graph.
would be and so on and so forth. Smallish, but it's got a well-spoken CEO. Bruce Strong comes across well, and they appear to be making tracks in an industry that's doing well and getting the benefit, the re-rating, etc., etc.
Viv, you can't deny that's a good-looking share price graph.
Yes, and as you know by now, I like the packaging industry, and I do think that this company has done well and will do well.
Did you buy it at the right time?
Unfortunately not. Wish I had, but I do like it.
Well, the show is all about honesty, isn't it, at the end of the day? Would you still be looking with interest at it?
Yes, I would. I mean, the price-earnings ratio is not gigantic. It doesn't require a huge amount of growth to justify it. And I do think the growth is going to be a little higher than the price-earnings ratio says.
Paul, what can we add about
Interesting
Mpact?
that it is doing well, though, because we learn all the good stuff from our clients. But we've got a client who's in the packaging game. Her business consists entirely of getting stuff made for consumer companies at a big plant in Dubai. So they get flown in, these packaged sort of print runs with biscuit boxes and so on. So whereas these guys, like Mpact and like Astropac and like Nampak, have that market, the imported stuff has become much more efficient, much more easy to land by air and so on and so forth. So
that's going to challenge the local industry, is what you're saying.
My point is that challenge happened like 5 years ago, and those importers cleaned up. Now it seems as though people are kind of getting the territory better sort of mapped out. The rand again has been more consistent, hasn't been going from 10 to 5 and back again. So people are beginning to work out how to niche their market and work out which runs to do, which capital to replace and so on. So these guys are well positioned. Remember, they had that culture of capital replacement that came from the old Mondi Anglo group, which meant that they came into life here looking good from a production point of view.
Nothing wrong with this business model.
I don't think there is. As Paul mentioned, the weaker rand means that we are going to have an advantage locally. We are seeing issues in some parts of the world, high goods, fuel prices, etc., are going to make some of the transport industries, also that some of the imported goods less competitive with our locally manufactured items.
I think we've got to go to hot or not on Mpact, Paul.
Look, the industry is doing well now, so let's go with hot for this one too.
Viv?
Hot as well.